Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever met a person and just felt that something was off about them? Maybe they seemed nice at first, but then you sensed a hidden, sinister motive behind their actions. It can be difficult to determine whether or not someone is being truthful with you, or if they have some kind of ulterior motive. But with some knowledge about dark psychology tricks, you'll be able to read almost anyone. So with that said, here are the top 7 dark psychology tricks to read anyone. No. 1. Mirroring. According to behavior analyst Jack Schafer, when someone is engaging in polite conversation with you, a good way to know if they like you is to see if they mirror your movements. This is because when people are engaged with someone, they tend to mimic their movements, gestures, and even speech patterns. Subconsciously, this is a sign of rapport and a way of showing that they like you and what you're saying. However, it is important to note that this mirroring should not be too obvious or over-exaggerated. If you notice that the other person is copying your every move, it could be a sign that they are not being genuine. No. The V sign. In 1984, researchers Frances Brennan and Anthony Arpatakis discovered that people who place their index and middle fingers together in a V shape when talking are more likely to persuade others to agree with their opinions. They found that people who use the V hand gesture are more confident and are better at manipulating others. So if someone is using this hand gesture, they may be trying to persuade you to see things their way without even realizing it. No. 3. Voice tone. According to research from the University of Minnesota, the way someone sounds can tell you a lot about their personality. For example, those who talk in a low voice tend to be more introverted and less agreeable. Those who speak in a higher pitch are often more extroverted and agreeable. Additionally, those who speak in a monotone voice tend to be more introverted and disagreeable, and those who speak in a variety of pitches are more extroverted and agreeable. So next time you're talking to someone, pay attention to their voice. It may give you some insight into their personality. No. Pupil size. According to psychologist Vanessa Van Edwards, the size of someone's pupils can tell you a lot about them. When you meet someone new, take a quick glance at their pupils. If they are dilated, then they are likely attracted to you. However, if their pupils are constricted, then they are likely not interested in you. In addition, pupil size can also indicate how interested someone is in what you are saying. If their pupils dilate when you ask them a question, then they are interested. But if they constrict, then they are not so interested. No. 5. Eye contact. Maintaining eye contact is an important part of showing someone that you are interested in them. However, according to research, there is a specific amount of time that you should be maintaining eye contact for in order to show interest. The study found that people who make eye contact between 38 to 66% of the time are perceived as the most attractive and pleasant. So if you want to make a good impression on someone, make sure to make eye contact 38 to 66% of the time. Any more or any less, and you may come across as disinterested or even rude. No. 6. The halo effect. The halo effect is a cognitive bias that occurs when people's overall impression of someone influences how they perceive that person as specific traits. For example, if you meet someone and you think that they are attractive, then you will also tend to think that they are smart, funny, and kind. On the other hand, if you think that someone is ugly, then you will also tend to think that they are stupid, boring, and mean. This effect can also work in reverse. If you think that someone is stupid, then you will also tend to think that they are lazy, dishonest, and immoral. This is because people tend to judge others based on their overall impression of them rather than on individual traits. So if you want to get a read on someone, it is important to keep the halo effect in mind. Don't let your overall impression of them influence how you perceive their specific traits. And no. 7. Observe their body language. According to body language expert Patty Wood, author of Success Signals, a guide to reading body language, the way that someone sits can tell you a lot about them. For example, if they sit with their legs closed, then they are likely shy. If they sit with their legs open, then they are likely confident. If they sit with their hands covering the front of their body, then they are likely modest. And if they sit with their hands and arms open, then they are likely generous. These are just a few of the many dark psychology tricks that can help you read anyone. By understanding how the mind works, and by observing people's behavior, you can become a master of human behavior. With a bit of practice, you'll be able to read anyone in no time. Did you find this video helpful? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with those who might benefit from it. The references and studies used in this video are added in the description below. Thanks for watching, and see you in our next video.